Hi, my name is Alfonso Eliseo Tortora Colon, and I am doing plasma from grapes. Is a skin bridge needed to create plasma?
Where did you get the idea for your project, experiment design, and analysis?
I got my projects from the internet. Most scientists say that you need a skin bridge to create plasma from grapes. But just last year, in 2019, some scientists said that you don't need a skin bridge to make plasma out of grapes. I wanted to see if their theory was right.
Based on the question above, did you modify the idea, and if so, how?
Yes, I did. This plastic cup right here would protect the microwave from getting damaged. 2, why did I use plastic? Why did I not use glass? The reason is that if I use glass, the glass would absorb too much energy from the microwave, and that means less plasma spikes. Also, the third reason is risers. The risers I need to use because if I didn't have the risers, the smoke and steam would just get stuck inside of the cover and it would just be all fog and you wouldn't be able to see your experiment. So if you put it on top of the risers would be able to lift the cover and the smoke would be able to leave.
What interests you about this topic?
Plasma? I thought plasma was only able to be on stars. But I mean, it came from a little grape. Plasma is a messy soup of molecules and particles. When the atoms' bonds get weak, the electrons get ripped off of their orbit and release a huge amount of energy in the form of heat and the light is also photons. Plasma is the fourth state of matter: solid, liquid, gas, plasma. But we also have 2 more, which is quark-gluon plasma and the Bose-Einstein condensate, which is also known as antiplasma. Plasma makes out 99.999% of matter in the universe, but it is rare on Earth. You can see it on lightning, neon lights, and grapes in a microwave oven.
What questions are you trying to answer, and how did you decide to go about answering it?
So my question is a skin bridge needed to create plasma? And my hypothesis is that I don't think I need a skin bridge to create plasma because on the sun's surface there is plasma all the time and there is no wires. Also, to make sure my results was not just a fluke, I did 2 sample groups, 9 grams and 7 grams. And my constants were that I had used the same type of grapes. I cut them all in half the same way. I kept it close enough to the size and the weight in the sample group. I used the same plastic container, the same balance and knife, and the same microwave oven, and the same time in the oven.
What did you learn from the data?
I learned that I didn't need a skin bridge. Here you can see that all of them had spikes, but the one that was more than 20 millimeters apart. That's because I think that when it's more than 20 millimeters apart, the electromagnetic field would not be able to form. But on the other ones, it was. Also, the reason why I think it had more on the 9 grams, the reason why I think it had more spikes is because if it had more weight to it, the heat would be able to convert that weight into more energy. Also, I noticed that the 2 halves of the grapes started shaking when they got heated. Also, the skin bridge made it have more spikes because if the skin bridge wasn't there, they would go opposite ways when one spike would go.
What did you learn about the science behind your project before and during the experiment?
I learned that, in here that you can see at the diagram that the microwave's wavelengths are a similar size in centimeters to the grape's size. So when those microwave wavelengths hit the grapes, the molecules and particles get activated and they start getting heat up and charged. And while that happens, those charged particles and molecules start forming an electromagnetic field that is just a self-feeding engine. It just keeps on making plasma until the grape just gets obliterated. Also, these are my obliterated grapes. Here are the fancy scientist results. Here are what they did. So in the middle here, when the electromagnetic field formed, it created a burnt that made it look like the two halves were kissing. It did it on every single one, but the one that was more than 20 millimeters apart. But the crazy thing is that I got the same results as them on mine. The electromagnetic field here made it look like they kissed on this one and that one and on this one, but it didn't go on every single one. The ones that it didn't go on is the ones that were more than 20 millimeters.
What are the implications of your experiment for the future?
I think that in the future that we should use plasma to have clean energy and we should use the plasma to have energy to explore space for spaceships, and we should use plasma to power our cities. Also, the other states are working on a project called a magnetic fusion reactor that is called ITER. Stay safe. I really hope you like my project. Wash your hands a lot. I hope you like my project. Again, my name is Alfonso Eliseo Tortora Colon, and have a good day.